Hello beautifuls, my name is Epic Treasure and welcome to this beautiful base tour of the triple Hexalite ore location here. It is a very challenging one indeed, but it's complete and there's a tutorial on the channel for you to follow step by step all along the way. If you like what you see, come like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification button, come join the Discord channel, link in the description below. And in that channel, there's channels there that are for community and also to share your pictures, your bases, ideas, and also when Pocket Pair send out any information about free skins, etc., it's sent immediately to the channel, so you never miss out. So, welcome new members, and thank you so much for your support. Now let us go for a full tour, and keep your eye on the tutorial that will be coming up. Welcome aboard. So with this base, I wanted an all-in-one base, and I have achieved that. There might be some other iterations in this base later on, who knows, usually fine-tune things. So with this location, it is right here. It is the meta base for the Hexolite. It is at -1066, then -1431. It is the only location that has 3 Hexalite ores together when they respawn. The other ones have 2. You can put bases next to bases and have more, but this is the only one base that has 3 together thus far. So that is why I built here. It is a nightmare. If you've tried to build here before, you know exactly what I'm talking about, but I think, mastered it. I wanted to have this area over here, the Hexalite ore, to be the sort of main feature of it, and indeed it is. I wasn't sure if I was going to have a totally open space there, but I decided again to have this sort of Zen garden type of, Hexalite Zen place with this pitched glass roof. So one of the main features that I wanted with this was to have that symmetry with the pitched roofs. And so it wasn't just towers and towers and towers everywhere. So that's why we have the Zen garden over on the right hand side and have to sort of mimic it over on the left hand side. So all along here, we've got the panes of glass that are all divided with the Japanese beams, the pillars, same all around the place over there. So down here, this is all carpeted basically, and with the little chairs there. And then over here, we've got some floating lanterns. None of this is modded or anything like that. I'm on Xbox. The way to have floating lanterns is to make a bench like this, and then put a lantern on, and then break the bench, and it will float. That's how it works at this point in time anyway, unless they decide to nerf that and patch it, which you don't want to do. So over here we have a 2 vendor station. So this one has all the items that you need when it comes to your eggs, your milk, your berries, your wheat for your flour. So these are the things that you need to make the cake for breeding, right? There's only one ingredient missing, which is honey, and that is why over here we have a beehive. A beautiful beehive hidden inside that tower, which we'll get to in a minute. Over here we have a bounty officer, so you can hand your bounties in. We've got them all to ourselves. I decided to keep all of the trees as much as I could here and embed the lanterns inside the trees by using that little trick, by using the benches, building the benches and putting the Japanese lanterns on that. This little piece here, this little deck, has a few little beds on that, and there's 3 cauldrons behind it. I like that at night time, looks really nice. And I'm very mindful about pathing in the tutorials. So when things can't reach it, so this large power generator, they can work in place, etc. So on and so forth. So I'm just going to chop that one down and put the hot quality spring there. I will actually get Anubis out to build that, and that's going to look extra beautiful. So up the stairs here we have the plantation areas. You can put whatever you want there, whatever you want to grow. And down here we have the power stations, the essence machine thing, and also the silo sitting at the side. We have the fountain and the beautiful flowers there and the bell. Make sure you set your bell to work, so when you leave the base, they continue to do that. So over here we have our mill. Get them working over there. And then we have our double staircase, which has our big storage container there, and then again those scattered lanterns in the tree, which is got the monitoring stand here. Now with the monitoring stand, I originally had it here, which looked really good, but I found that it interrupted with pathing to some degree. Ideally, I probably would rather the monitoring stand here and that chest a bit further over, but again, when I fine tune this a little bit more, there'll be an update. And sometimes I'll put extra things on, so that's why I definitely set your notifications, because I like to change stuff. So here we have our guild chest. This is where I sort of took advantage of the rock here. So it's got one of those deer scares embedded in the rock, just because sometimes you can do that without like any mods or anything like that. It just so happens. There's plants embedded in the rock. Sometimes you just get lucky with the landscapes. So over here, again, another deer scare. Underneath that glass is a cauldron. So at night time it has this, and even now you can see that sort of green emanating light coming from it, leading over into the tavern. And this guy obviously sells all the things that you need for cooking, etc. We'll make some more cakes over here, and it's just very cozy, etc. With these sort of shelves over here. You're never going to need to use the fridge. The guild chest keeps all perishables frozen in time, basically, so they don't need to be kept frozen. There's a light that's sort of hidden behind there, so it illuminates this area at night time, which is nice. So down here we have a repair bench and also the PAL bench, and over here we have a little sort of sanctuary medic section, and underneath there we've got these sort of warming fires, which is nice. Over here is the research lab and also another couch, which is lovely. Over here we have my most used item, the production assembly line. Get some of these, because you never have enough. And also with the bar, I dropped the roof down to have wood there, just to make it more cozier, make it more sort of tavern-esque. So over here we have the bedroom. I've got the spinning cat inside it, so I wanted to make this room quite dark so the cat would be more illuminated, spinning around. And yeah, this is the bedroom, which is very sort of cozy indeed. And then out the door, we have the tier 2 ore. We have the money making machine here. This is a really nice feature because the tree is behind it, and also you can embed all those lanterns within that tree too. Look beautiful on each side, but it's just a very cozy workspace, I think. And then we've got the coal over there, and then again all the embedded lanterns. So along the front of this has sort of staggered sort of towers, if you will, with all the vines hanging off that. It just gives a little bit of depth and texture to it. Along the veranda here we have the benches lined up perfectly with the Japanese lanterns on. I've gone nuts with the Japanese lanterns, I know, but over on this side, double stairs to go up to the upper level, which has the sulfur, which has the sphere assembly line over here, and then we have another ore spot there because you can never have enough. And we actually need to put something here that I forgot about, which is the crusher. I'll put that there and they can build that. And down here we have the 2 furnaces. And quickly go down here and keep it a surprise. So in here we have the breeding pen, which is going just wonderfully at the moment. We'll just grab those, put this in here, and then go across, chuck some eggs in there and see what we get. Incubation complete. These are the ones I did before for path testing. So there's that. We need to put some cake in there too, which we'll get to later. So this is a beehive basically, and the beehive is literally to make the honey to make the cakes for breeding, because none of the vendors sell honey at this point in time anyway. So up we go to the first level. So we have the first lot of bees there assigned to this ranch. Then we'll go up to the next level, to the next part of the beehive, and then we've got these guys here. And in no time, there'll be, you know, something like 30,000 honey just sitting there, which is nuts. And then up the top level. So you can build more levels of this. You can go even more nuts with the beehive. The other one that I had, I think, was 5 stories high. And that's that. So we've got a whole sort of secret beehive hidden. And I find that the most effective way. All our ores back now too. I find that the most effective way, because the vendors sell everything else. You don't have to have ranches for the cows, and you don't have to have ranches for the chickens, or you don't have to have wheat fields everywhere for the flour, etc., and the berries. You can buy it all from the vendor. And as you can see with the ore mines up there, there's plenty of money to go around. So it is absolutely stunning base. Let's have a little fly over. But again, the tutorials on the channel, and it's just beautiful. And using those towers with the lights on them, the walls, they don't need to be powered, so they sort of stay lit all the time, which is nice, instead of having this sort of proximity light like the one that's in the bar there. See how it goes on and off? We don't need to have that. They just stay lit. Within the base of the beehive, there's embedded lights in that too, so they will stay lit in there, and they illuminate most of it. So it's sort of like Emerald City-esque type of drip, which is really nice. And that's just by putting floor pieces instead of foundation pieces, just in certain parts of them, which is a nice idea. But you can see all of that, the cauldron greenness coming up from under the ground, which is lovely. And there's one actually hidden under there too. But look at that, it looks beautiful. So it is a lovely base, and I hope you enjoy it. Well, that's a nice shot, isn't it? And I'll leave you with that. So thank you again, especially to the members, people who become members. Without you, this would absolutely not be possible. And thank you for supporting the channel. And thank you to everybody who has watched my videos too. Much love to you. Have an amazing day or night. And don't forget to check out the tutorial for this and many others. If you want to stick around, I'll take you for a quick spin to some of the other bases very quickly. If this base is a little bit too, well, cozy, and you like things a little bit more sterile, this is my other base. Is a tutorial for this one, which is my favorite base. It allows you to have crazy amounts of crude oil, just because the spot has a lot of supply drops like that. Let's just sleep for a moment. This has got a whole sanctuary in here, but it is an all-in-one base. It has focus on breeding also. It's not just a pure breeding base, but it does have focus on that though. Let's just have a fly over here. So there's an expedition station there. There's 2 breeding pens there. There's another 2 down underneath it. We have the beehive, my beloved beehive again over here. We have the resort sort of healing space up the top. Beautiful landscape here with the waterfalls. We have the bar over here with the 3 illuminated hatching things. Thank you to Prime for that suggestion. So you basically get your egg hatchery thing, put an egg in there, just don't hatch it, and they just stay glowing. There's the 4 Hexalite storage containers. I've robbed this base of a few things. The 2 furnaces are missing from there because I put them in the other base, and also the 2 oil pumpers there are usually there, and the 2 power towers I've stolen too. So it's a really nice base, but for the tutorial that I just made, I needed them. So that's a really cool base, really lovely location. As I said, the supply drops are non-stop. Another beautiful base that I have is over here. This base is very cozy. It's another Japanese one. there might be a tutorial for that. Drop a comment if you would like one, like really would like one. They take a lot of time. That last base took well over 10 hours, I think, to sort of make it, deconstruct it, reconstruct it. So this one is really beautiful, very cozy. The location for this one is at -260, -364. And it's just a lovely location. But not only that, it has a secret pool Zen garden over here, which I've taken advantage of in here. So this is a place where you can float the cushions and embed things into the water, and also has tree houses built into there too. So watch the whole base tour for that one, but that's a very lovely one indeed. And the view, as I said, is beautiful. So over here is a really nice space for a base to be connected to it or next to it. You can't really connect them, but they can be side by side. And this one is 4 stories high, so this could have incredible production lines and be basically a fort of its own, an underground fort, because you can easily put everything in there and nobody can infiltrate it. So having these two side by side is like a dream, basically. Very cool build. So to have that and then have this sort of secret underground part, it's an amazing idea. But there's no tutorial for this yet. There might be by the time you see this video though. But this is a really beautiful one. We'll have a flyover. And it's just so aesthetically beautiful and lovely. And I think it's yeah, a gorgeous location. So that is it for now. There's plenty more bases on my channel, whether they be in the snow, whether they be mega bases, etc. I think you'll love them regardless. So I love and leave you. Have an amazing day, and again, thank you for your support.